girls, I'm gonna make this video really fast because I have a headache and it's late and I just kind of feel like laying in bed right now. I made a little list of things that I wanted to say today and I lost it. I can't find it. So I'm going to try to do it from memory, so wish me luck. So I'll start with how I'm doing. I had to go to the ER yesterday. I was dehydrated and it was so bad they couldn't even get the needle in my vein. Basically, I had a lot of things going against me, like the cold, and I found out last night that I had a bladder infection. So that combined with my regular POTS symptoms and the fact that it's been so bright and sunny out, which is great, but I've been spending probably too much time in the heat. So yeah, all of that combined got me dehydrated, and I eventually had to go to the hospital last night. But it was actually good because I had an amazing doctor and a really great nurse, and it was one of my best hospital experiences ever. Everybody was so nice, and the doctor really impressed me. He actually did an orthostatic reading, which I've never had an ER doctor do. So obviously when I told him I had POTS, he recognized what it was, and that made my night. Like, I was actually smiling ear to ear because I just couldn't believe how well I was treated last night. Paige, oh, I loved everything you said about self-esteem and feeling beautiful on the inside, and how important that is, and how we just need to recognize that we're doing our best. I think you made some wonderful points, and I completely agree. As I said in my last video, self-esteem has definitely been an issue for me. I think that anybody with a chronic illness probably struggles with it to some extent. It's hard to always be different. It's hard to always have to explain what you're going through and educate everybody you meet on it. It's hard to just believe in yourself when physically you can't do what you used to do. So it's definitely a challenge, and I think that we're all so strong to get through it, and we've got to give ourselves a lot of credit for that. I'm really proud of you for your outlook on it because it's great. You asked if we ever want a tattoo. I actually do want to get a tattoo someday. I've been waiting for the right time and just kind of waiting until I know exactly what I want to get. I feel like I want to get something meaningful. I've thought about a dragonfly because that has personal significance to me. And I've thought about maybe getting the word believe or something like that, something inspirational. Maybe the five of us, if all five of us would be willing to get tattoos someday, maybe we should all get together and do it together. That would be fun. And I loved your tattoo. I think it's beautiful, and I love the meaning behind it. I have a very high tolerance for pain. I surprise myself. I pierced my own ears. Pain doesn't bother me much. Getting blood taken. I did get an IV yesterday though, because they couldn't get it into the vein. It hurt terribly, and it's actually bruised. That was painful, but most of the time I handle pain pretty well. But I actually forgot two of the things I really wanted to say in this video, and that is David Metz. Thank you so much for being a guest on our channel. We were very, very honored, and thank you for everything that you're doing in the POTS community with POTS and dysautonomia awareness, and starting the new website. I'm so excited to work with you on some things, and I think that you're wonderful to do everything that you're doing, and your video was so informative, and you just did a really great job. So thank you so much from all five of us for that. And also for sending out that message to the group. We hit over 200 subscribers. So we want to thank everybody for subscribing and watching, and we can't wait to get to know everybody. And I can't say enough how grateful I am to be a part of this channel and to have gotten to know everybody. I think it's just an amazing experience. I'm just amazed at how quickly this channel has grown. Welcome to our channel to anybody new who just recently subscribed. We have so many exciting things coming up, and we've got a contest in the works. We'll explain more about that later, but we've got a lot of fun ideas. So I look forward to you guys watching and to getting to know everybody. Also, I wanted to say a special shout out to Emma. I know everybody has said that already. We were so inspired by your video. It really motivated us. It's a great feeling to know that we're connecting with so many people with POTS, and that anybody might come across our video and find it hopeful. That's just really, really inspiring and uplifting to all of us. So thank you so much for posting the video and letting us know that, Emma. And we're thinking of you. We're praying for you. And I have a feeling that you'll get some answers with this new doctor. It sounds really promising. It will get better. I know sometimes it feels like it won't, but it will. And you're so young and you've got such a bright future ahead of you. So just stay positive, and you are definitely not alone. We're thinking of you and we're praying for you. And I wish I could give you a big hug right now. And by the way, your baton twirling was beautiful. You were so, so talented. I don't know how in the world you do that. And you looked beautiful. Leah, actually, I saw your video too, and it was great. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the things you girls can do with that baton. It's incredible. And Leah, you had such rhythm when you were dancing. I love the song too. Gwen, I laughed so hard when you crushed that bug. I didn't even know what you did, but when you kept saying, ew, ew, I laughed so hard. It was hysterical. And I think you asked about heat. I just love the feeling of laying in the sun, but then I get kind of potsy and drowsy after a while, so I have to go in. It really depends on how hydrated I am. So, I mean, that's my tip to anybody who wants to be out in the sun, is just try to kind of almost double what you normally drink, because you need more fluids because of the heat. Leah, you asked about our births, and I was an emergency C-section baby. They couldn't get me out, so that called for an emergency C-section, and my mother was very, very sick afterwards, and I was born with jaundice, so I stayed in the hospital for, I think, a week or so. Other than that, I was normal. I was 6 pounds 13 ounces, and they didn't see anything wrong with me back then. I did have a bad fever when I was 1 that they didn't know if I would make it through, and we were actually on vacation, my family, and my mom had to rush me to the emergency room for medication. So those are the 2 things that were kind of different about me as a baby. But I think that's definitely an interesting question. We've talked about it before. And oh, and also I'm the last born of my family, and we talked about that. I'm the youngest, and my mother was 39 when she had me, so that's a little bit different too. I'm interested in hearing about everybody else, what your births were like, and if you're the youngest or oldest or middle child. I think that's interesting for us to learn. Shannon, your pole dancing was beautiful. Can't say it enough. When I first saw one of your first pole dancing videos, I was like, what in the world, pole dancing? And then I watched it and I was like, this is one of the most graceful, elegant things I've ever watched in my life. It's absolutely beautiful. You make it look so easy. I'm telling you, if we ever get together, you gotta give me some lessons, and I'll probably fall to the ground and die. But you're so, so talented. Keep it up. So I think I covered just about everything. I actually got through that quickly if I did remember everybody's question. I have a challenge this week, and that challenge is I want the 4 of you and our viewers, everybody, I want everybody to be blunt and bold and strong this week, well, this week and next week. And I want you to be very honest about the way you're feeling, and maybe kind of do something you wouldn't normally do. Maybe be a little more assertive about what's going on. I don't know, things like kind of like with my last video on Chronically Kylie about using the handicapped cart in the store. Maybe things that you wouldn't normally do because you're ashamed or you're nervous or you don't know how somebody's going to take it. Maybe when you're out with friends or you're out with family and you don't really say how you feel. I'm not telling everybody to go out and complain and talk about it nonstop, but just to be honest and open this week and to report back to me and let me know how that goes. Be a little more open with a new friend or somebody. Sit down in a long line on the floor and not care what anybody thinks. But kind of say no this week to somebody who's trying to get you to do something that you know your health won't cooperate with. Take your wheelchair out if maybe that's something that you're ashamed to do. Speak up to your doctor. That's a good one if you have a doctor's appointment. Maybe you could be really assertive. Maybe there's somebody in your life that's mistreating you due to something about your illness, or somebody who's very mean or not understanding. Maybe you could speak your mind with them a little bit. So I don't know, anything that has to do with POTS and being assertive will work. That's my challenge, and good luck to you guys. And I hope everybody does it and enjoys doing it. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I will talk to everybody soon. See you tomorrow, Shannon.